Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us here at Banknote Trading, where we take a look at the US dollar pairs in the Forex market. Today, we'll start by taking a look at Euro USD on the 4-hour chart. What we'll do is map out the current range. Well, the overall swing structure is more than the 4-hour chart. Of course, this goes back to July. So it's not just the 4-hour chart in terms of candle, but overall, this is just this overall swing structure of probably like the daily or even like weekly A to B price range. And we can see that prices have been bearish ever since September, mid-September, about a month now, making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And this is the area of consolidation back in August, and this was the area of support that has been broken through more recently. So overall, this swing structure was bullish because it took out these highs previously, and this was a strong higher low. But again, this dates back to July. But if you are looking at just the 4-hour candles in the 4-hour range, then you can see that prices have just been pushing out of these areas of supply. Like I said, making lower highs and lower lows. The last area of supply that continues to push price down. I'm expected if momentum continues to pick up in the downside and the dollar gets stronger, the dollar index, I'm expected to hit this higher low. It's been this higher low from a few months ago. So only looking for this type of selling opportunity. Even overall, monthly or daily, the A to B price range is bullish internally. For that range, it's bearish, making lower highs. And on a 4-hour micro perspective, still bearish, expecting any type of momentum if it does continue to pick up. Obviously, impulsing down and coming out of any area of supply, would expect it to target this higher low. GBP USD, let's go map at the current range or the previous range. So this was the range we were dealing with previously. Of course, it consolidated, took out these highs, and that was the A to B price range from back in September. And then, of course, got bearish internally, making lower highs and lower lows. Lower highs, still got choppy and consolidated around here. And this was the strong higher low from these lows previously. We can just take a look at this overall macro perspective, that this is actually an area of support to look out for, as price is currently here. Look out for this area of support, because this was the original pullback, and price reacted buyer step back in from this area and started this bull run back up to these highs of this current structure. But since it has broken out, like I said, just be aware of this low. But just since on the 4-hour time frame, it has broken past this higher low from those previous lows. On the 4-hour chart, is the swing structure is bearish, with this being the lower high. And that's the lower high from these highs. Just like the euro, you see this GBP USD has been pushing out of any area of supply. More recently, of course, this one continues to make lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows, lower highs. Just looking for momentum to pick up in the bearish direction, expecting prices to continue lower, just like the Euro USD. We briefly take a look at DXY, and of course, it continues to push higher. And again, just like with the other charts, this range, A to B price range. I'm looking at the 4-hour chart, 4-hour candles, but this goes back to August. This being the A to B price leg of being bearish, because this took out these lows. But of course, I've been saying that this probably could have been a sweep of these lows where buyers step back in, and it has been bullish ever since, making higher highs, higher lows, higher highs internally, higher lows. So expecting momentum to continue in order to take out the highs of this overall range. It's in this gap right now, but internally still continues to impulse to higher prices and retrace, and then make higher prices out of areas of demand that makes its way up. AUD USD, let's go map out the current range. Similarly, it dates back to August, to where this AW price leg was bullish because it took out the previous highs, and then of course internally became bearish, making lower highs, lower lows, consolidated, still is a lower high, and continue to respect every supply area that's been created. Continues to push out every time buyers step back in, and continues to break structure to the downside, as you can see. So internally still bearish, and just like with GBP USD, watch out for these areas of support as price continues to drive towards it, which means buyers could step back up at that same area just like I did last time. But overall, this is well, not overall, but 4-hour micro level is bearish, only looking for a type of selling opportunity as it continues to impulse down, expecting it to get past this area once it does get there, and look for any opportunity to sell once it does retrace, once it breaks out. NZD USD, let's go map out the current range. And this has been bearish. It's been making since if you go back to July, it's been making lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. And we get that push, just like with all the other pairs, in a bullish direction internally. If you looked at the previous structure from this AW price leg, internally it's making bullish push, and then it broke out past these highs. But now you can see that this was just a sweep of these highs, and sellers step back in once that news came out. About a month ago, actually, and prices continue to push out of areas of supply, make lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, consolidated, lower lows, lower highs. Continues to be bearish and continues to push out of areas of supply. So only looking for any type of selling opportunity as price continues to impulse down and retrace. Right now, just looking for any type of retracement, possibly back into any area of supply. And like I said, this is just the overall AW price leg, which is bearish, and swing structure bearish, chart structure bearish. You're looking for any type of retracement and looking for any type of momentum shift to lower prices. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for joining us.